Hey dudes and dudettes. I'm Carla. I'm the writer. I'm going to be doing a reading of probably one of my favorite poems that I've written. I wrote it in May of this year, based on an experience I had at the beach one day. I think it was Labor Day. When I first wrote it, I was sitting in front of my computer. I was like, "Mom, this is my most favorite thing I've ever written," but I don't think people are gonna get it, which sucks. Um, I really wanted people to like it, because I really liked it. I'm a writer. I love words. I think words are great. Seeing them on paper, how these lines can come together to make letters that make words, that make sentences and meaning and stories, and it's a great communicator. It's, I think, what binds us together as human beings. But I also think, and I'm sure a lot of you agree, that there's a big difference between um, reading words on paper and actually experiencing them out loud, whether it is listening to someone read them or reading them out loud yourself. There's something about feeling the texture of the words, you know, the breathing, the pauses, the emphasis on certain things. So, without further ado, this is not when one should, but when one can. I dug my way through the living hexagons of sand, allowing them to nestle under my disembodied fingernails. Looked out to the water at the many reflections of myself trapped in the flesh and blood prisons, capsules, ports, isolated antennas on the shore, each one facing the ocean, looking to the great horizon. To the lands ensnared in the light blue fog of the beyond, I thought to myself, watching these, my children, my astral projections, I thought to myself, I have everything here, and the truth saddened me in a way I could not understand. I dug deeper still, until the water reserves touched my unsuspecting soul, until I unearthed the next strata underneath this one, a tunnel that, as I spoke, I knew could only lead back to the land of the senses, back to the singular sense and sights trapped in an otherwise inaccessible instance in time. The whole world cradled me in close, swaddled my battered shell in blankets of air and time, folded me into itself and asked me why. But I could not think of an answer. The skin, concave under my touch, shrunk away from my fingertips. I thought in both horror and amusement. It has learned to despise me back. I marveled at this new development, my hands sliding over the foreign machinery slick with oil. Turning my attention now to the melting faces, spectacles of clowns, bikers, movie stars, and fathers with their children. I watched the troupe of interchangeable characters unabashedly and came to the conclusion at last, with as much certainty as I've ever permitted myself to know. This is as real as anything else. It follows nothing is real. And triumphant with this knowledge, this secret, this great exhale of relief slipping out of my immodest lips, I closed my eyes, entered into silent conversations with the great ones past. Watched the eternal symbols pulsate on the faded magenta of my eyelids, tried to decipher them, and upon failing to recognize the language, realized, at last, the cause of my madness. Of the madness of my kin, of the madness of Jose Arcadio II, as he toiled over the old prophecies, trusting this world unto the others, realized later, with the cold metal biting at my elbow, that I would only arrive, I'm so close, I told her in English, tied to the tree, speaking in tongues, once they let me go. And just as a side note, feel free to message me, send me your feedbacks, comments, constructive criticism, thoughts, ideas, opinions, your own writing. I'd love to read it. I think writing is a conversation. Yeah, anything. Um, I'll do my best to answer back. And yeah, take care.